It's Guy here. We rent the two paddocks, this paddock here, and then next to this one here. We rent these paddocks for poultry and ponies, and we have some plans maybe to get some. Been a lot of attention on local group about horses being out, ponies being out. We keep the two little Shetlands in there for two reasons. One, we just want to try and control how much they eat. It's very difficult with a Shetland. After the drought, we've got a huge amount of grass appeared. So yes, they're very good at escaping, a Shetland pony, but at least if we hold them in there for a period of time, they're not going to gorge. There's a boy and a girl one. The female one does have a habit of getting through the fence. Now, all of the fencing here around the main part is pretty good. Yes, there's bits where they could probably get out if they wanted to, but if they are in any of these big fields here at all, it's absolutely fine. Now obviously we don't want them straying onto a road, so there's a gate at the far end which is locked. There's a gate down here at the far end which is locked, which goes up to Dart Lane to the road. So the pony's not going to want to go that way. Also at the end of the footpath here there's a gate, so unless that is left open by a dog walker, there's not really anywhere that the ponies can go. Bearing in mind I normally come up here kind of twice a day anyway, there's never a period of time when they're out or loose. If they're in any of these fields it's fine. Now there seems to be a little bit of sort of panic on the group when the ponies are out of their small enclosure, that they've escaped or they're running riot, or that's not the case at all. Now a very helpful person this morning decided to remove one of the gates from there and bring it down here to block the footpath, but obviously the ponies, if they're out, can go in and out and anywhere, so it doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. It just gives me a little bit extra work, and I know that people are meaning well, but a pony in a paddock is not escaped. They're not abandoned, they're not being not looked after. And we even had an instance last week of some well-wisher, I'm going to say, who came down with a bale of their own hay and threw it into the paddock. The issue with that is we don't know what's in that hay. It could be ragwort in there, it could be damp, it could exacerbate some health issues that the ponies might have, and also it's an uncontrolled amount of food. And if anyone looks at the Shetlands, they are probably on the side of overweight, if anything. They're looked after, they're well fed, and although we appreciate everyone's care, it's not particularly welcome when we're having to move gates around and things and explain on a day-to-day basis on a WhatsApp, on a Facebook group, that the ponies are fine. There is also some misconception that this may be some kind of common land, so people come with dogs and they can roam around. Again, that's not the case. There is a footpath that runs to the middle where I'm stood on at the moment, and another one which crosses from the corner over to where the blue pipe is in the hedge. So it goes around the edge of the fields, right, and also across the middle. Politely, if your dog is roaming around any of this, chasing rabbits, if your dog is roaming around any of this, then it needs to be on a lead. And we did have an instance where some poultry were killed, where a dog had scared the chickens out of their enclosure and then killed them in the paddocks here. It wasn't a fox because no heads were missing, and it's very unlike a fox attack. So I could politely ask, and I don't think it's unreasonable, to keep to the footpaths. Please keep your dog on a lead, don't let them just roam around. And I know we live in a beautiful part of the world, but we can't have dogs roaming around all over the place. I hope that's understandable. And regards to the ponies, they're very well cared for, they're very well looked after, and we come up twice a day. So if you see them out, of course if they're on the road, we really appreciate being told that, because it puts everyone at risk. However, if they're in any of the fields here, it's absolutely fine.